Hey, welcome back to the channel, gang. I'm Brian from Apex Auction Car Reconditioning. Today I want to cover a subject that I get questions on, and I've also seen some misinformation on social media. I want to clear it up here on the channel today. And it has to do with the blooming, or better known, the browning of tires. We're going to go over what that is, what causes it, how often can you clean your tires to get rid of it, does that damage the tire, and what really causes damage to tire, and much, much more. I do have a special guest today that's going to stop by. He does have a product that you can regularly clean tires as often as you want with this chemical. He's going to talk about the chemical a little bit and show you some dilution ratios that are perfect for tires going after that browning or blooming and not have to worry about any damage whatsoever. Let's get started with the video. All right, so we're here standing in front of, an old auction car, cheap, 20 years old, 200,000 miles, but for some reason, somebody put like $285 tires on, Twin Peaks or Three Peak Michelin's on here, so these are expensive. We want to take care of these, so we'll talk about cleaning these. Browning is 6 ppd, which is a chemical in tires that is used to, it's used as an antioxidant. Okay. And it keeps the tire from dry rotting early. That's the quickest, most simplest way to put it. I'm going to get to the point right away, and then we can get into safe ways to clean the tire. But cleaning your tires to get the browning off will not hurt them. It will not pull the 6 ppd out of the tire because it's all the way in through the rubber. And the browning effect is it's a byproduct of the chemical reaction of that 6 ppd on the surface and then the sun's rays hitting it. Right. And that's the byproduct. Cleaning the byproduct off with reasonable cleaning techniques and chemicals will not hurt the tire, and you could do it as often as possible. Now, get outside the range of common sense chemicals, outside the range of the pH scale, like really high alkaline or low acidic. Yeah, that will hurt the tire. It's all common sense. But I've seen information on YouTube and groups that cleaning that browning will hurt the tires. Absolutely not. Right. The browning is a byproduct of that chemical
reacting to heat and flex and the tire flexing.
Yeah, and putting tire shine and dressing on top of it and mixing with traffic film. That's all a byproduct. That's not the 6 ppd itself. Right. So you would really have to use a harsh chemical to get really deep down into the tire, almost on a daily basis. And right. How often do you clean your tire?
Right. And I mean, after like, what was it, 2016, when the VOC compliancy stuff, the tire dressings used to have a real nasty solvent that would penetrate the tires, and that would cause a lot of rotting.
That would contribute to, a lot of thick browning. But the tire cleaners, conventional tire cleaners themselves, are way within that bookend, acidic, alkaline. They will not penetrate the tire deep enough to remove all of that chemical to hurt it and cause premature dry rotting on the sidewall or even the tread if it splashes on the tread. Right. So that's the quickest way to put it, and it's simple.
Okay. Well, I think we have some right over here that we're going to get.
We want to show you a great way to clean the tire. We'll mix some up for you, and we'll clean that tire, and you can practically use this almost every other day, and it will not hurt the tire. All right, let's get over to the counter, and we'll mix up a batch of a cleaner that's safe yet effective, and we'll break off that old tire dressing, everything that splashes up from the roadway, and get your tire clean for the next load up of tire dressing or coating.
All right, let's do it.
Okay, how about this for a whiteboard, the hood of a car? So this is the rubber itself. If you're looking down at the sidewall of the tire, and there are chemicals added to the rubber throughout the rubber or the tire itself. That could be either 6 ppd, it could also be IPBD, it could also be DPPD, don't say that too fast, and it could also be TMQ, all added to the tire to protect it from simply dry rot or cracking, especially on the sidewall and on the tread of the tire. As time goes on, let's just use 6 ppd, for instance, will migrate very slowly to the surface of the rubber or your sidewall. And when it migrates to the surface, it reacts with ozone and it creates 6 ppd quinone. That is the brownish film that builds up on the sidewall of the tire that we see eventually. All right, so here we have some, well, rather pricey tires. These are the Michelin Cross Climates. This is a triple peak tire, and it's a newer tire. A lot of tread left, hardly used. Starting to brown a little bit. I don't put tire dressings on here, so what you see is the 6 ppd coming to the surface on its own, and I just clean that off every once in a while. So that's what we're working with today, and we're going to come over here and mix up a batch of cleaner, excellent for tires. It's an all-purpose cleaner, and it is Phoenix EOD, the Kraken all-purpose cleaner concentrate.
Yeah, so we got the Kraken all-purpose cleaner. It's in the concentrated form. It's a pretty powerful all-purpose cleaner. So again, you are going to want to dilute it down a little bit. And if you buy the kit, it comes with these really handy-duty dilution ratio charts, and you can go anywhere depending on how bad of a condition your tire is in. You can go anywhere from 5 to 1, but because of these tires are pretty good and they're relatively new, we're going to go with 10 to 1. So that's going to be 1.5 ounces of the concentrate, and it's going to be 14.5 ounces of water. So there we go. You know what? You should always mix your chemicals before using them.
Shake it up.
I had a buddy called me up and he was just like, "Hey, did you take the dye out of the Kraken?" And I was like, "Did you shake it up?" He's like, "Oh." So at 10 to 1, we're using 1.5 ounces.
1.5 ounces at 10 to 1. All right, so some tire wheel cleaners, they want you to rinse the wheel and tire first and get rid of loose contaminants. I like to just get it on, if I'm doing a wheel or if I'm doing a tire, I just like to spray it right on and not have that water from rinsing it off at first dilute the product even more. I like to spray it on there, and it gives it a full strength effect as you're not diluting it from rinsing the tire. And you can see it already.
Yeah.
See how it's breaking down that chemical and the tire dressings and coatings.
Look at that.
Yep. There it is, ending up on the floor.
And that's 10 to 1, man.
On its own. You could spray that off and it, would be cleaner. So I'd say what, about a minute or two? Let it swell a little bit and
if you're caught up on time, agitate it with a brush.
All right, we'll let it go. We'll be back in about a minute or two. All right, so after about a minute or two, the browning is not on the tire anymore, most of it. It's running down the crack of the floor there. So very, very effective on its own without even agitating. But of course, you want to give the tire a deep scrub. That will not hurt it, and you can do that on a regular basis with this mix. Favorite tire brush. Get in there, the ribbing, And the tread of the tire,
Look at that.
agitate, and look at all that,
That's crazy.
look at all that garbage it broke down.
Brian, that's wild.
Yeah. Doing some work. And then, of course, you just rinse thoroughly. Get it off the wheel as well. Now you have a nice clean tire, and you don't be afraid, my friends. Even if you wanted to do this routine every other day, it will not hurt the tire. Cleaning the sidewall of your tire with the browning and scrubbing it will not hurt the 6 ppd within the tire. You would have to use a chemical that is either so high on the pH scale that it's extremely alkaline, or down on the other end, extremely acidic, that it would have to eat into the tire to reach into and grab and dissolve the 6 ppd. That you're not going to do. It's going to take a lot. With common sense and your standard tire cleaner, or what we're going to show you today that you could use, you could scrub that tire every day and you will not hurt it. Now, after we show you the product, and I mean, you don't have to use that. You can use any tire cleaner, Adam's tire cleaner, whatever you're in love with these days. It doesn't matter. We're not here to push a product on you. We wouldn't give you an example of one that you can use safely every day with common sense. Okay, now what really does cause severe damage to tires over time? Well, number one is going to be your petroleum-based dressings, and leaving those dressings on there for long periods of time without cleaning them off before adding another layer. Now that's going to do damage. Never cleaning your tires. Build up of sling and traffic film, and then the browning of the tire itself. That will cause damage. And chemicals, especially highly alkaline and acidic, especially acidic truck wash chemicals and your real harsh chemicals for cleaning. Regularly over time, they may do damage to the tire, but again, it would have to get deep down into the rubber, which it won't, to cause the damage. So on a regular basis, grab a dedicated tire cleaner. Agitate with a stiff brush after you spray it on and let it dwell for a little while. Rinse until the foam is white, or rinse and repeat until that foam is white even after scrubbing, and then dress with a water-based, non-greasy tire dressing. I hope that helps. All common sense, nothing controversial about it. I'll put a link down below for this and some other examples. I don't care what you pick up to clean your tire. Just nothing crazy high or crazy low on the pH scale, and a dedicated tire cleaner, a cleaner that has tire cleaner on the label, is going to be perfectly safe, and you can scrub those tires till your face turns blue every day and you're not going to damage it. Actually, you're going to keep it clean, which is a big thumbs up. Brian from Apex Auction Car Reconditioning. Yeah, if you have any comments or questions on the topic, down in the comments section. And again, if these videos help, thumbs up, comment, hit the, if you're not subscribed, what the heck are you waiting for? Become part of the family. Hit the notification bell, that'll let you know when we have content for you. And hey, I'll catch you in the next video.